They know that I'm on a magic mountain. So many calls, man, I stop counting.
All right, who's winning the national championship? It's a question, right? It's a question. Ohio State, Texas, Penn State, Notre Dame. The obvious answer is Ohio State, right? 100% has to be. But what if Penn State, pulls some magic, beats Notre Dame? They don't need magic to beat Notre Dame. Just say they beat Notre Dame, and we get an Ohio State and Penn State rematch for the national championship. A Big Ten conference game for the national championship. I'm down. What if Texas surprises everyone and beats Ohio State? Do we get Texas and Notre Dame? Texas and Penn State? I'm down. I think no matter what, we're going to get a good matchup here. And like I said, I think the obvious answer to win is Ohio State because it's obvious, right? I agree with Uncle Lou with what he said. If Ohio State plays like they have the past two games, if they play like that against Texas, they will beat them. If they play like that in the national championship, they will win. There's not a team left in the playoffs that could beat Ohio State if they play to their full potential. If Ohio State plays its best game in the next two games, they'll win the whole thing, and there's no questions about it. Anyone saying that's not true is retarded, don't watch football, or all of the above. There's no other option. I mean, if Ohio State plays to its full potential, its best game, they will win the whole thing. They just will. It's over, Ohio State's not unbeatable. Michigan proved that. Oregon proved that. So, Texas can still win this game. And even if they lose, Penn State or Notre Dame could beat Ohio State. They can. Ohio State has lost to Michigan and Oregon. Now they rematched Oregon and blew them out, but that's not the point. The point is, if Ohio State plays its best game, they're already, everyone else is competing for second place. You feel me? Except for Texas. So Notre Dame and Penn State are pretty much competing for second place if Ohio State comes out and plays like they have the past two games. Who do I think wins these games? I think Ohio State beats Texas. I do. I think they'll beat Texas. Do I think they'll beat Penn State or Notre Dame? Well, here's the thing. They've already beat Penn State, right? A couple months ago in the regular season. They play every year just about. Well, really, they do, yeah. So they play every year. Ohio State already beat them, and Penn State struggled to get a first down. Now, Penn State has also played a lot better, starting with the Big Ten title game. Penn State surprised everyone offensively in that game. Surprised everyone offensively against SMU. Surprised everyone offensively against Boise State. If Penn State continues to play like they have a chance to beat Ohio State. And I'm counting Texas out in this scenario because I think Ohio State will beat Texas. So I do think it's going to be Ohio State versus either Notre Dame or Penn State. And I think Penn State has a chance, and I think Notre Dame has a chance. Who do I think is going to win that game? I think Penn State's going to beat Notre Dame. I do. I think we're going to get a Big Ten national championship. I really do. It's nothing wrong with Notre Dame. They're obviously a really good team. I just don't think Riley Leonard is an amazing quarterback. And I understand you don't have to be. I understand that. But I don't think Notre Dame is the best team left in the playoffs. I think it's Ohio State, and I think next is Penn State. I think Penn State beats Notre Dame. Penn State's offense has been clicking these past few games. That tight end is something to watch out for, okay? I don't think Drew Aller is an amazing quarterback either, and like I said, you don't have to be. We've seen that over the past couple of years, right? Last year, J.J. McCarthy, he's not an amazing quarterback, cry about it. Who won it in 22? Georgia. Was Stetson Bennett? 21 was Stetson Bennett. 2020 was Mac Jones. So really, we haven't had a great quarterback, win the national championship since 2019 and Joe Burrow, right? 2020 Mac Jones, 21 Stetson Bennett, 22 Stetson Bennett, 23 J.J. McCarthy. So yeah, I mean, the last great quarterback to win it was Joe Burrow. So that's where I'm getting at. You know, you don't need an amazing quarterback to win a national championship right now. And so I think, who's the best quarterback in the playoffs right now? Is it Quinn Ewers? It might be Quinn Ewers, and that's what I'm saying. They're probably the worst team in in the playoffs right now, right? So, saying that, overall, I think it's going to be Ohio State versus Penn State rematch, but this time for the national championship. And we'll see what happens from there, man. Y'all let me know what you think is going to happen and who you think is going to win the entire thing. I got Ohio State and Penn State, and we'll do predictions on that game when it happens, if it happens. But, you know, let's do all the matchups. Ohio State versus Notre Dame. Okay. I think Ohio State would win that. Texas versus Penn State. That would be a good one. I'm down to watch it. Texas versus Notre Dame. I would probably lean Texas in that game. Surprisingly, yeah. That might be an unpopular opinion. I'm not sure. I would probably lean Texas. I don't know. But I think it's going to be Ohio State, Penn State. Y'all let me know what you think.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic. Don't be a wap. Dog, it's a yarmulke. Homie, no cap.